everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, but I'm telling you a story because it's actually afternoon here. Kind of an overcast day, really warm, need some rain, but you know, can't just order that up, so we'll take it when we get it. But y'all, on my last video, you saw a little snippet of a puppy that I rescued from Tractor Supply. Well, I explained that there were 5 puppies, and there was a sweet little lady standing out in front of Tractor Supply trying to find homes for them. And there was a story behind that. The lady that was trying to find the homes for the pups had recently lost her husband. And I did not know I knew she had lost her husband, but I did not know the backstory when she was trying to rehome the puppies. But I know more about it now. So, come to find out, she lost her husband recently, and she was reminiscing about the first place that they had met. So, I couldn't figure out how where she lived was different than where she found these puppies at the store. It didn't all add up, but I didn't try to make sense of it. I just took the puppy and told her that I would find a home for it. I also gave her my phone number because I told her that if she was able to catch the mama dog and the daddy dog that she had seen at this residence. Obviously the puppies were still with the mama, but the mama was not friendly enough for her to rescue her and the puppies. So she did what she thought was the next best thing and just took the puppies, because she knew from the condition that she saw the mama in that the mama couldn't take care of herself, much less the puppies. So upon giving her my phone number, it rang after I got back home, the next day after rescuing the puppy. She called me and she said, "I have caught the mama dog." And I said, "Oh my gracious." Big family rescue, and they said, if she catches the mama dog or the daddy dog, we'll be glad to try to take care of it as well. So, sweet lady told me she would bring the mama dog to me. And I let her. She was an hour away from me, but she drove mama dog to our house. And Jason and I were luckily able to get a kennel that we had on the property that we had previously used for birds set up in the empty pasture that's beside Mo and Joe. Sweet lady brings the dog, and y'all, I am here to tell you it was not what I expected. This mama dog, who the lady caught in a live trap that was big enough to be used for coyotes. All she did was put a can of salmon in the cage, and mama dog went right in. And she immediately called me and told me she had trapped her, and she wanted to know if she could bring her to me. She brought her in the back of the truck. A gentleman helped her load that live trap into the back of her husband's truck, and she pulled in the pasture area. We got the live trap in the kennel, opened the live trap, and immediately saw that she was friendly, and she was just hungry. And let me show you why. All right, y'all, here she is. Turn the camera around. She is in terrible, terrible shape. You can see that she's been nursing, but she is simply skin and bones. But y'all, she's sweet as she can be. She's just sweet. And she has to be fed very slowly. I've got a bag out here with a pooper scooper, and I'm constantly cleaning up after she goes to the bathroom. And I did give her some wormer, and honestly, she seems to be really comfortable. She's just kind of sitting back and relaxing and not causing any trouble whatsoever. However, I know that she needs more than what I can offer her, and that's why she's going to go, and Wes and Angie are going to take the steps to rehab her and try to get her situated in a home where she can be loved and no longer have to worry about where her next meal is coming from. Let me see if I can't show y'all. I mean, you can see from this side how her backbone here is just, oh my goodness, y'all, it is very, very sad. So while this is a sad situation to see this mama dog like this, it is not going to be a sad outcome, because that sweet lady that stopped when she was going to her and her husband's meeting place and picked up those puppies, she helped this mama. I cannot keep this dog. I cannot. We have 9 dogs here on our farm, and we take care of all 9 of them. But to add number 10 would not be in our best interest. Wes and Angie do a wonderful job, and y'all, they come out of their own pocket for helping dogs, puppies, cats, kittens, and it's just out of the goodness of their heart that they are able to do this. But they have more experience than Jason or myself, and we feel so fortunate to call them our friends, because they have a heart that's the size of Texas. Literally, I mean, it takes a special person to do this, and really not have any extra help financially. Sweet mama, what you doing, sweet girl? Huh? What you doing? Rocky and Bandit are just a barking, and you just gonna sit here, aren't you? So she's a sweet lady, and I don't know how old she is. The lady that brought her to me thought that she was an older dog, and I don't know what made her think that, because I've looked at her teeth and I really just can't tell. I'll let Wes and Angie be the judge of that. But she has really, really big ears, and it makes her super cute. So somehow, some way, this mama is going to be rehabbed, and plus she's going to have all the nutritional needs that she can come by. I'm sure she's probably got heartworms, so they will offer her the treatment needed to get rid of those heartworms, and just get her to where she's healthy again, which is all we can ask for in a situation like this. So Wes and Angie will make sure she's spayed and taken care of, and who knows, maybe the lady will catch the daddy dog too, which she said was in worse shape than the mama. And I'm sure she's kind of nervous, because obviously she's in a new place. So on a brighter note, I have something that I have been wanting to try, and that's in the kitchen. So we're gonna let this sweet girl be, and she's drinking water right now, so she's probably gonna take her a rest, and we're gonna head to the kitchen, and I'm gonna show y'all what I was planning to do today before this happened. Well, here we are in my kitchen, and I told y'all we were gonna do something fun, and we're gonna get right to it, and that is we're going to freeze dry grapes. Now, I have heard that freeze dried grapes are phenomenal, but that is something I have never done, nor have I ever tasted any that anybody else has done. So I'm just gonna give it a try and see how mine turn out. Now, when I first started thinking about freeze drying grapes, I reached out to a couple of friends, and they all told me that you're gonna have to cut them in half, because like blueberries, they will explode if there's not a way for the air to escape. So I got to thinking, and I really forgot about something that I have had for a long time that's been tucked away, and that is this book. And this book is put out by Harvest Right. It is called Discover Home Freeze Drying. And y'all, I'm going to tell you, I don't recommend products unless I feel like it's helpful. I just I would only pass something on if it benefits me and I'm honest about it. But this book, honestly, if you have a freeze dryer already and you don't have this book, it's an excellent, excellent tool to help you do some things that you may not have thought about, or even do some things better that you have been unsuccessful at in the past. And that's just where it came about to me. So I had this book sitting aside, and I grabbed it and I immediately went to the index and found grapes. And in this book, it's totally different information. They say nothing about cutting grapes in half. It recommends that you blanch them first. And what the blanching is going to do is to wrinkle the skin up enough to where the air can penetrate and they're not going to explode. They're going to float to the top of my boiling water, and then I'm going to quickly get them out, put them in some ice water, and get them on my freeze drying trays, pop them in the freezer, and let them get frozen solid before I put them in the freeze dryer. Now that might sound complicated, but to me, this is going to be easier than trying to cut every single grape in half. I did get green seedless grapes, black seedless grapes, and red seedless grapes. And I want to just do an experiment and see which ones we like the best, because obviously the sugar content's different in each variety. And that may be that we like one better freeze-dried versus eating it in its raw state. I'm not a, I've told y'all before that cold things on my teeth are just not my friend. So I do believe I'll like the freeze-dried grapes better because of that. But who knows? I don't know how they're going to turn out. So we're going to get started by, when my water comes to a boil, just blanching the grapes. And put them in the freeze dryer trays, let them freeze overnight, and pop them in the freeze dryer tomorrow morning. I did not mention that you do need to wash them ahead of time. And just going to show that I'm rinsing these off so somebody that's skimming through this video won't skip this step. And I'm going to do different colors on each sheet so I can keep them separated. So Harvest Right has a Black Friday sale the entire month of November, which is their biggest sale of the entire year. But they let it last the entire month of November. So you can go to their website. It is listed below. If you do use our affiliate link, we do get a small commission. But just know that the prices the month of November are going to be the lowest of the season that you'll see from Harvest Right. All right, y'all, it's showtime. We got boiling water. We got washed grapes, and we're just going to leave them in there until they come to the top of the pot, which should be just a couple of minutes. So then we're going to go from the hot water to the water that has ice in it, and then immediately to dry off. All right, y'all, look, they're slowly but surely starting to come to the top, and that's when we'll know they're ready. All right, we're going to start getting the ones out that are floating. I must say, I've never ever thought about blanching grapes, but I can feel the skin is thin and would enable the grape to breathe, so to speak, versus rupture like a grape would without the skin being pierced. All right, last batch going in. That's going to be the black grapes. Do y'all have a preference as to what your favorite grape is by color? My mama always bought green grapes, and ever since Marycarl has been alive, she's requested red grapes. So I don't know what makes the difference. I really can't tell a lot of taste difference, but I can tell the difference in the black versus the red and the green. And I do prefer the red or the green over the black, but that may not be the case once they're freeze dried. We shall see. It's probably a good thing I saved the black for last, because my green grapes may have turned black if I'd used this water to blanch them in, because that is a pot of dark water. So now that I have my freeze dryer trays with my grapes on them stacked. I brought some dog food, and we're going to stop by and give Miss Mama, is what we're going to call her for now, a handful so she can just get a little bit in her stomach at a time. Miss Peaches, everybody wants to know where you're sleeping at night. And this morning you were in this stall, which is where the baby goats reside. She's got the shavings around her just like she likes, and her food bowl beside her, ready for next morning's feeding. Who knows? Who knows about Miss Peaches? All right, Mama, you ready for a little bit of your food? You look like you're ready. Let's see. You were so excited earlier when you ate. You just, were happy to have food, no matter what it was, right? And very well behaved. I mean, you know she's hungry, but she's not trying to jump on me at all. All right, just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. A little bit at a time. Yeah. Get your stomach used to it before we give you a whole bunch, okay? And I'm not sure I even said this or not. Angie and Wes were unable to meet me today. They have children and they had something going on. So she is here until tomorrow. So the plan will be tomorrow morning, I'll put the grapes in the freeze dryer, get them running, and we will head to Selma again to meet Angie and Wes, where they can take Mama from me and offer her some good care. Just like that, she's done. Gracious girl. All right, I'll be back, okay? I will be back, and you will get more. I promise you. Here we are, day 2. I got the frozen grapes out of the freezer ready to go in the freeze dryer, but I am going to be hustling this morning because late last night I got a phone call from the lady that trapped the mama dog and got the puppies, that she now has the daddy dog in a trap. And so I'm going to drive about an hour this morning to go to her place where she has the male dog and bring it back here. And then this afternoon we are going to take both the mama dog and the daddy dog to Wes and Angie at Big Family Rescue so they can do their thing. But she says that the male dog is in worse shape than the mama dog. So gonna get her grapes in one step at a time today. Been hustling all week. It's just sometimes that's how it goes, but always happy to help animals in need. So that's where I am with this. Let's see if it asks me for extra dry time. It does not, but it might add extra dry time anyway. I'll just have to see when it gets completed if they're actually dry, and if not, at that point I will put them back in there and make a decision. Because I did hear that it takes a long time for grapes to dry, so don't know exactly what we're looking at, but I gotta get going. All right, y'all, you're going to live your best life. Wes and Andrew are gonna take good care of y'all and find you amazing homes, okay? That's right. Okay, y'all. See, Farmer Jason's here, and we got to do a taste test. So, they look, yeah, they're kind of stuck, but it's
oh wow, they're light.
Very light, very, very light. I mean, listen, sounds like a piece of styrofoam.
Can I eat it?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Tastes like a fruit roll-up.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, you always have something good to compare it to. I never do.
It tastes like a fruit roll-up. The texture's not like a fruit roll-up.
It gets kind of...
It is a little fruit roll-up-y in the dead center.
It's kind of chewy once you get to the end of it.
Mm-hmm. I
Kind of
think
gets stuck in your teeth at the end.
I think it's reconstituting is what it's doing.
Think your saliva is reconstituting it. So when you start out, it's really crunchy. It's good.
That's really good. Yep. That's delicious.
The flavor is not much more amplified. You would think it might be a really pungent grape flavor.
It's extremely sweet.
You know, like strawberries are. They're really, really like
Very tart.
yeah. But these are not like that. All right. So that I believe, yes, this is the black grapes. They turned out really, really purple. First one we tried was green grapes. I did 2 trays of the green grapes. So these are the red grapes.
Super sweet. These things are super sweet. I don't know what these are like, but the other 2 were super sweet.
So they all pretty much freeze dried the same. I was kind of concerned with them being different varieties of grapes, that some of them might, you know, freeze dry quicker or whatever, but they all seem to be completely freeze dried, which that is something that can happen when you freeze dry. You can sometimes get something out and realize that it hasn't had enough dry time.
Yeah.
And you need, if it's any kind of wetness to it whatsoever, you need to go back and dry it again because it can't preserve if it's not completely dried. But you can see all these are completely dried, or we can. And I really, really like the way they turned out.
That's the sweetest. I think I like the purple one better.
The black.
I don't know. The black. The black is maybe a mix between the green and the
This
red.
kind of tastes like grape juice. Like you're drinking grape juice.
All of them remind me of a fruit roll-up. They are really sweet. They're sweet.
I like this one.
Do you?
I do. I'm not going to say which one's my favorite because I like them all, but try a green one more. It's fitting candy. Don't forget.
Yeah, I know.
You eat as many as
I
you
know.
want.
Yeah. It tastes like candy. 100% it's like candy.
Kids would love them
Kids would absolutely love them.
because they would think they were eating candy.
Yeah, they would. You wouldn't tell a difference. There's no way you could tell a difference.
All right, so you say grapes for the win?
Yeah, I like these a lot.
Well, I'm glad I did them, and I'm glad I blanched them rather than trying to cut them all in half.
Yeah.
And put them in here. So that's what Harvest Right suggested, was to blanch them.
That might be my favorite fruit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. They're really good. Really good. Okay. So we'll take them home. Probably put them in a mason jar because it seems like you're going to continuously snack on them.
I think so.
And
This is a great alternative. I just think of candy.
That's tastes what like
it reminds
candy.
me of.
It tastes like candy.
It is a great alternative to candy.
We're continuously eating them.
I know it.
We're never going to stop. So if you plan to freeze dry them, you'll just have to experiment yourself and figure out which one you like the taste of. Because they all 3 do taste different.
They do taste different.
And you can tell the difference. Well, thank y'all for watching. And until next time, say it, Jason.
Y'all be good.
I have a mouthful.
I did too.